Zeus on the thunder throne, so shook and groan. Disobedience turned their hearts to stone. Rejected the truth, lost in the zone. Now they're paying rent in Hades' bone home. Both crackheads, no shelter in the night. Underworld gates, that eternal fright. Denials echo through torturous flight. Only face facts could have saved their plight. Lightning crack, no way back. Lost souls on brimstone track. Ignorance, gotta pay the toll. Zeus truth or face the dole. Charon's boats too full to float. Wails of the foolish on the underworld note. Denied Olympian, decree now they don't. Eternal chains, no antidote. Gods convene, truth unseen. Demigods whisper, lost souls scream. Follow the path or drown in the stream. Zeus' wrath, a cruel dream. Dreams of torment echo loud. Lost in sulfur, desperate, proud. Zeus watches from
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen.
Rejected truth, their fates avowed.
Pressa, good morning. Priscilla, good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You know we're back.
Convene, no way back. Lost souls on brimstone track. Ignorance, gotta pay the toll. Or face the dole. Charon's boats too full to float.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen.
Foolish on the underworld boat. Denied Olympian, decree now they don't. Eternal chains, no antidote.
All right, let's get this show started. You know what we gotta do, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Good morning, Val. How you doing, bro? Nice to see ya. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, Miss Terry.
Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee.
Good morning, Jess. How are you doing, Jess? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
When you play the game, man, you
Good morning, Laura. How are you doing? Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We are once again back in the Thunderdome. All right, let's go.
I'm up early in the morning, time to get it in.
Time to show and prove, show you what I've been doing. Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
But I'm coming with a passion. I'm trying to get to
Know you while you're thinking that I'm asking. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. All right. Happy New Year. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. I'm your host. I'm your pilot, and you know exactly why we are here. But before we get started, let's take care of some housekeeping items. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's quite simple. The first H is because, well, I'm honest. All right, I'm the most honest person on social media. All right, so happy to see you too, Beeman. All right. The second H is because, well, you know, I'm humble. There's nobody more humble than me. And then the last and the final H is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. All right. And many of you are familiar with what we do over here on this side of TikTok. All right. What we do is we hold everyone accountable, especially those on the right. I would say that they're my friends, but really, I'm starting to have second thoughts about that because look at the way that they're destroying our country. And so what that means is if you are a Trump supporter and you tune into this broadcast and you are allergic to the truth, as my good friend Brother Swervin likes to say, you're lactose intolerant, you might want to leave this live because it will get pretty uncomfortable for you because we go through a lot of things over here. All right, but get this, you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave.
Right.
If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, that's how the show begins. So number one, Happy New Year to every single one of you out there. I can't believe we are already starting off the new year. Happy New Year. Thank you, Brown Sugar. W Brown Sugar in the chat, right? I don't know, but we are getting off to a pretty terrible start, if I must say. It's so fun. It's not funny actually, but we all were ringing in the New Year's, right? I mean, I remember I was watching, the news, and you see all these programs. People are celebrating and having a great time, and then all of a sudden things go terribly, terribly wrong in the wrong direction. Yeah, right, Gina. The country is going in a 1929 style depression like we've never seen, and it's going to do that because of no one other than Donald J. Trump and his co-president Elon Musk. Congratulations. Congratulations, you Trump supporters. Look at what you've done to this country, all right? And so, where was I at in terms of trying to keep track of the incoming Trump administration? I think what I was dealing with, right, and we all saw it, there was some infighting going on between the cult, right? They were fighting about the H-1B visas. Do you all remember this fight that was taking place in the cult? H-1B visas. Elon basically censored MAGA, right? He censored MAGA and said, I will not allow you to be racist on my platform, and I will continue to bring in immigrants, all right, because I need them to do the work in my various businesses. And there were a faction of you Trump supporters that said, Elon, what about America first, right? And that's the temperature, right? And so we were watching that all unfold. And then yesterday, being it was New Year's, we saw that there were 2 T attacks possibly, right? You saw what happened at Trump Tower, and you saw what happened in Louisiana, all right? And so, you have to ask yourself, what's going on? What's going on? Is this guy, Donald Trump, really fit to be the next president of the United States? Now, what really got me going, ladies and gentlemen, is you all saw it. Right after the incident, all right, and this is the one that it was in Louisiana. And by the way, the press conference that they did there was it was an embarrassment as far as I'm concerned. I can't believe people get paid to give press conferences like that out there, all right? But it is what it is, right? Immediately after the whole T attack, Trump goes on record, and this is the incoming president, right? So, they say the words of a president matter. I would have expected Donald Trump to do a lot of fact finding, right, before he opened up that mouth of his and made what I call reckless and dangerous statements, right? What did he say? When I said that the criminals coming in are far worse than the criminals we have in our country, that statement was constantly refuted by Democrats and the fake news media, but it turned out to be true. The crime rate in our country is at a level that nobody has ever seen before. Our hearts are with the innocent victims and their loved ones, including the brave officers of the New Orleans Police Department. The Trump administration will fully support the city of New Orleans as they investigate and recover from this act of pure evil. See, if he would have just said that second part, I would have said, you know what? I think he's actually acting a little more presidential, right? I would have said that, but here's the thing. He's not acting presidential, and he lied. He demonized and said that this was someone from the border, someone from the South, right, that came in and did this, which is, to me, a lie. It's a complete lie, and it shows you all what Donald Trump intends to do. So number one, let's go ahead and give Donald Trump a round of boos and shame, because the only people that believe him are those who are in his cult. All right, the rest of us know the truth. Let's give him a round of boos and shame. We don't believe your lies. I don't believe him.
Silence, you MAGA Damon.
Yeah, and so now the focus has shifted, ladies and gentlemen. The focus has shifted from the immigrants basically being allowed in the country through Elon Musk H-1B visa program to all of a sudden now we got to start thinking about these T attacks, right? And then we all saw the We all saw the Tesla, the Cybertruck incident. Did you see the Cybertruck incident that happened at Trump's hotel in Vegas? Did any of you see that? All right. Did any of you see that? That also, I said, you know what? I don't think we are. I don't think we're going to be a lot safer once Trump becomes the president. Does anyone out there believe that we're going to be a lot safer when Trump becomes president? I mean, this was at his property. Does that make sense? So if you can't even protect your property, then how the heck are you going to save this country? See, this is where I say, you know, the problem with every single Trump supporter out there is you don't even see how you look like a bunch of liars and hypocrites to the rest of the world. You all are so obsessed with smelling Donald Trump's dirty diaper that you can't even see weakness. You can't even see weakness now. All right. And you know what they're going to say? Oh, they're going to say, oh, well, this is the Democrats, right? They're going to try to say this is the Democrats, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not the Democrats. President Biden, Kamala Harris, they're on their way out. And by the way, they did a great job. They're on their way out, though. They are on their way out. So, and with that, you also have to have an understanding about a lot of people who are working in the federal government. Your anxiety levels are high. Well, you know what? A lot of us, our anxiety levels definitely have increased since Donald Trump won the election. But this is one of those cases where I say to my fellow Democrats, honestly, we're gonna have to get out of the way and just let the MAGA take care of themselves. All right, this is the stuff that a lot of us tried to prevent from happening, but unfortunately, we're gonna have to watch it play out. All right, and so where we're at right now is the Trump supporters. They've taken their eye off the ball, right? They've taken their eye off the prize, and now they're going, well, we can't be focused on the H-1B visa thing now because we are under attack by immigrants. This is where their minds are. A lot of these Trump supporters out there still believe what happened yesterday was a result of immigration in this country, and the reason that they believe that is because of Donald Trump. Yeah. And so what I wanted to get out here today is this, ladies and gentlemen. MAGA, number one, you're definitely in for a rude awakening. You've been lied to, you've been misled, you've been duped, and a lot of you still can't see it. All right. And so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to call every single one of you liars out because guess what? When it all comes crashing down, and a lot of you are already suffering right now. Yeah. Well, I can't say that one, Tiffany, for the people. I can't say that one. When it all comes crashing down, you're going to be sitting there going, oh, my goodness, perhaps Joe Biden and the Democrats were right. All right. Now, in the meantime, we're going to get back to some of the updates going on in terms of the mass deportation. I said, yeah, you said dude was born in Texas. Yeah, they won't admit that this person came from Texas. All right. They won't admit this, but this individual came from Texas. They didn't want to admit that at first. And you got to ask yourself, why Texas out of all states? Yeah. So let's get to some mass deportation updates real quick, ladies and gentlemen. And this one comes from Honduras. All right. You know, Donald Trump is out there threatening our southern neighbors in Honduras. All right. And they have now reacted to Donald Trump's deportation threat. And again, when you listen to how people who usually respect the United States right now, if you just listen to how they talk right now, you can see right now, Donald Trump is not the beacon of strength. All right. He is not a beacon of strength. As a matter of fact, everyone sees him for what he is. All right. An oligarch.
Another global news, Honduran president has issued a strong warning to the United States during a New Year's address. She declared that in face of mass expulsion of Honduran migrants from the U.S., the country's bases would lose all reasons to exist in Honduras. She claimed that U.S. bases in Honduras have been maintained for decades without any payment from Washington. U.S. President-elect Donald Trump, who is set to take office in January, has promised to carry out mass deportations. Honduras and other Central American countries, which have their nationals living in the U.S. for generations are bracing for a potential influx of vulnerable migrants, a situation they are ill-prepared to handle. The Honduran president said such a move will affect U.S. ties with Honduras, also jeopardize the military cooperation between the two countries.
So what we're listening to is we have military bases in Honduras, and supposedly the United States hasn't been paying their fair share in terms of maintaining these bases. And now the people in Honduras are saying, you know what, we're going to stop doing our little joint exercises together with the United States, all right, because Donald Trump's plans for tariffs and mass deportations, that's not such a good idea, all right? And just think about how vulnerable this makes us here in the United States.
Pueblo hondureño.
Honduran people, I want to express that we hope the new US administration of the democratically elected President Donald Trump will be open to constructive and friendly dialogue and will not take unnecessary reprisals against our migrants.
Innecesarias contra nuestros migrantes.
According to U.S. government figures, approximately 560,000 Hondurans, that's about 5% of the country's population, live in the U.S. without legal status. Of those migration experts estimate about 150,000 can be tracked down and rapidly expelled.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Donald Trump a huge round of booze and shame because, again, he's going to make the United States weaker, especially with our allies, right? And obviously, this is definitely going to impact your bottom line, your pocketbooks, all right? And the Trump supporters don't care. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a huge round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the other thing is, like I was saying, you have this incident with the Cybertruck as well. And anyone understand why this is happening? One of the theories that's out there is, you have a bunch of folks that are planning on retiring and leaving the federal government, right? Democrats going wild, only one life to live. No. This is not the Democrats going wild. This is actually a sign that Donald Trump has no clue what he's doing. You said Trump was going to jail. Well, you know what? I've said a lot of things, but I don't think you're prepared for what's about to happen in this country. Good morning, Tara. A lot of you Trump supporters right now, is there a Trump supporter out there that thinks they're winning still? I'm just curious. Do any of you Trump supporters really feel you're still winning? Especially after these T attacks. Donald Trump, he was afraid that he was losing control of his base, right? And so he did something. He said something last night. Let me see if I can find it. That I could tell as soon as I read what he said. I said, oh, he's trying to radicalize his base because he sees that he's losing a lot of support on X because whether they want to accept it or not, Elon Musk is censoring MAGA. Thank you, Elon. He's censoring MAGA, all right? And Donald Trump knows it, all right? So what did he go out and say? Oh, this is what he said yesterday, all right? Even though this had nothing to do with immigration, he decided to rally his base. Our country is a disaster, a laughingstock all over the world. This is what happens when you have open borders with weak, ineffective, and virtually non-existent leadership. The DOJ, FBI, and Democrat state and local prosecutors have not done their job. They are incompetent and corrupt, have spent all of their waking hours unlawfully attacking me, their political opponent, rather than focusing on protecting Americans from the outside and the inside violent scum that have infiltrated all aspects of our government and our nation itself. Democrats should be ashamed of themselves for allowing this to happen to our country. The CIA must get involved now before it's too late. The USA is breaking down. A violent erosion of safety, national security, and democracy is taking place all across our nation. Only strength and powerful leadership will stop it. See you all January 20th. Make America great again. Does anybody support Donald Trump saying that out there, what he just said? What that is to me, as far as I'm concerned, a call to violence. It's a bunch of lies. No one is perfect, but with your Democrats, hold on, Don, could you come up here real quick? Claim, Don, come on up here real quick. Come on up here real quick, Don. Why, why would you say all of that? I don't believe, and this is just me going out on a limb. When you look at where we are as a country, right, and you think back to where we were 4 years ago, right? I remember very vividly. We were in the middle of a nasty thing, right? We had civil unrest in this country. The whole George Floyd thing. You had BLM protests. I remember folks couldn't go to work. You couldn't buy toilet paper and toilet tissue. Don, come on up here, Don. I sent you an invite. And Donald Trump was pretty much nowhere to be found. He basically, as far as I'm concerned, abandoned his job, right, as the president of the United States. He chose to golf. He chose to tweet all day, and he left us in a pretty nasty shape, as far as I'm concerned. And so all I can say is thank God the Democrats, thank God Joe Biden. Thank God Joe Biden and Kamala Harris rose to the occasion and decided, you know what? President Biden, he came out of retirement and said, you know what? We got to save this great country of ours, right? And without their efforts, without President Biden's efforts, without their work, right? Let's be honest, you Trump supporters, you wouldn't even be in a situation now where you could actually be trying to, quote, save this country. It would have already been gone. Wait a minute, Duck, come on up here, Duck. Duck, come on up here, Duck. I see when people say things. Thank you, Little Hawk. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a rule in here, especially for the Trump supporters. If I invite you up here and you don't accept the invite, then the moderators have a right to place you in what I call a straitjacket. And the straitjacket it's designed so that you really can't fill my chat up with a bunch of lies, and it forces you to listen to the message and the truth that I'm giving you all. Because here's the thing. A lot of you Trump supporters, you lack critical thinking skills. Yeah. You still don't see how Donald Trump continues to gaslight you. A lot of you think, and this is what I was saying, because I read to you what Donald Trump said. You go and read the comments. They go, January 20th can't come soon enough. January 20th can't come soon enough. Good morning, Q-Dog. User, come on up here, user. You Democrats have no answers. Look at these people. I'm inviting authentic Trump supporters up here to come talk to Big Zeus. And I think deep down inside, they don't want to have a conversation with me because if you think about it, they understand there's nowhere to run, right? How many of you Trump supporters know there's nowhere to run? User, come on up here, user. I sent you an invite. Extra deep, right? Good morning, Mrs. Brooke. I do this every day. I was just saying our country is lacking critical thinking skills. Yeah. Well, a lot of the critical thinking skills that are lacking, it comes from the Trump supporters. Trump supporters cannot see how hypocritical they are. I was having the conversation with, in my real life with a Trump supporter about all of these attacks, right, that are happening on New Year's Day, one at Trump's property and then the other one in Louisiana. And their belief is somehow President Biden is behind this and the Democrats are behind this. They call them sleeper cells. This is where they go. But they can't process the fact that, hey, maybe we're more vulnerable now because en masse folks are quitting right now and saying we do not want to work for this guy. Right? If you're not following what's happening, there's been a lot of people in the United States government who have flat out said, I refuse to work for this guy. So think about how vulnerable, if you think about all the federal agencies that are that are here in the United States. Yeah. Think about how vulnerable we are. The director of the FBI, ladies and gentlemen, says by January 20th, I won't be here. Think about how vulnerable we are. And you Trump supporters, see, you think this is a game. You Trump supporters think this is a game. And then when something happens, Instead of looking at this guy, who do you blame? The Democrats. You never look at yourself. Because he's corrupt, that's why he's quitting rocker. Stop it. I guarantee you Trump supporters. Here's what it is. I was listening to it. A lot of you don't care about the economy. You don't care about the price of the eggs, right? Life was better under Trump. User, come on up here, user. If you really believe that, user, you would be able to put a little meat on the bone and explain to Zeus and everyone here who tunes into this show daily why you honestly believe life was better under Trump.
I know it was better under Trump. My wallet tells me it was better under Trump.
In what situation? What year? He was only in there for 4 years. So which other years was it better?
When Trump was president. The last 4 years, Biden has done nothing. Opened the borders, cost us billions of dollars to Ukraine and Africa and Israel, and not poor people up in North Carolina still living in tents. I mean, this administration is nothing but communist crap, and they've done nothing for this country.
Okay, I get it. You're upset, but why take it out on all of us? Why take your anger out on all of us, sir? What part of the country are you in?
I'm in South Carolina.
Why take your anger out on every single innocent American because of your personal issues? This sounds to me
who's
like
taking my anger out on innocent Americans?
Well,
you asked me to come up here and debate you, and that's what I'm doing, son.
Well, we're having
about my wallet.
Well, we're having a conversation, and you're not my dad, all right? We can have a conversation, American to American, correct?
Let me just tell you the facts, son.
Why do I gotta be your son? Why do I gotta be your son?
All right, I won't call you son. I'll call you what you are. A friggin' brainwashed little liberal jerk. Because you ain't got no... I'm 70 years old. I'm paying for groceries and gas is twice as high as it was. Biden has done nothing. We've got 2 wars going. Open borders. Look what happened down there in New Orleans. We got ISA in our own United States Army.
Sir.
Democrats are communists destroying this
country. Sir, are you getting any Medicaid or anything like that?
Why call me sir? I'm not your daddy. Don't call me sir.
Okay, ma'am. Could you calm down? Ma'am, could you calm down a little bit? Calm down. We're having an honest conversation. And people are listening to you and they're going, this guy is 70, but he acts like he's 7. So which one is it?
Son, let me tell you. I'm just voting my wallet. My wallet is hurting. And Joe Biden has done nothing for this country. Kamala Harris.
Wait a second. Sir. I get you're radicalized by the MAGA demon, and I don't want to call you.
Oh, my God. I ain't a MAGA. I am no MAGA. I vote my wallet. I've been a Democrat all my life, but it changed under Biden and Harris. The worst administration this country's ever seen.
What made it change? What did they do?
God, we went from $1.84 gas here in South Carolina to over $3. Eggs are up.
Well, why did you start with your governor? Why go straight to the top? You know how this works. There's a pecking order, right? You don't just go in and have an issue. You got to start with the people at the very bottom, and then eventually you get to the top. You get what I'm saying?
Son, I'm telling you what, you young liberals, y'all ain't got a clue. You ain't worked all your life like I have to earn stuff. Now I got to fight to put food on my table to feed my family. And talk because Joe Biden is the worst damn president this country's ever seen.
Well, but you haven't even said what Joe Biden has done, and we can't even get to the bottom of why you're suffering. Because what if I were to tell you what if I were to tell you the reason you're suffering is because of this guy, Donald Trump, and what he didn't do?
I laugh in your face because that's a damn lie, and you know it.
No, it's not.
What are you getting paid to come up here and post this shit?
Sir, don't curse,
call
please.
Me, sir.
Sir.
Don't call me, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
I am going to back
what you want?
You know what? It's ignorant people like you that's caused this country. Tell the 15 people down there in New Orleans they got killed. Thank you, Joe Biden, for the open borders. And Kamala Harris, who's nothing but a communist hoe.
You feel better? You feel better talking about yourself? All right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I don't know what the heck that was, but that was definitely a sign that the MAGA demon is running rampant. And this country is heading in a very, very dangerous direction. This guy's 70 years old, lives in South Carolina, possibly in the same house he was born in. All right. I don't even know how that's possible, but that's where he lives. And all he can think about is his little old wallet. All right. Sir, you are a disgrace to this country. As far as I'm concerned, you're a traitor. And you're suffering because you deserve it. You actually deserve to be suffering right now. And I'd hate to say that because I'm a very, very nice person. But you know what you just did? You reminded me how I felt when I woke up. Every single one of you Trump supporters, as far as I'm concerned, you can go straight to hell. And as a matter of fact, that's a good idea. Ladies and gentlemen, let's warm up the lake of fire and send that previous guest who's clearly possessed with the MAGA demon straight to hell. All right? You go ahead and continue to watch Fox News and drink those Diet Cokes and eat those Cheez-Its, all right? Because this will be the last time you get to do it. Other than that, you're going to be in hell. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a huge round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon!
He doesn't want to acknowledge that his wallet is hurting because Donald Trump didn't do his job as president. See, if Donald Trump would have did his job as president, there would have never been a Joe Biden and a Kamala Harris. You don't see that it was his failure that opened up those conditions so that you would be in South Carolina in your mom and your grandmama's and your great grandmother's old house in the basement, because they won't let you come up and hang out with everyone else, including the dogs. No, they keep you in the basement because you don't know any better. You're a disgrace to this country. All right. Seriously, get some real professional help. It doesn't make sense for you to be 70 years old and I'm younger than you, having to teach you how to conduct yourself on the internet. What a sad situation. And you want to sit here and demonize the immigrants. Again, for those of you who still believe what Donald Trump said, those attacks yesterday, that was not from immigrants. It was not from Democrats. It was from Americans. All right. And these were people who had times ties to our armed services. So there weren't immigrants, but yet you'll get a knucklehead like that, a deranged MAGA possessed individual like that, that'll get up here and spew those lies. Sir, how many hours a day do you sniff Donald Trump's dirty diaper? I got a question. I need answers. Thank you. All right. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you up. All right. And again, if you can't control the MAGA demon, don't worry. I got something for you. I really do. I've been doing this for a while. And wait a second. Someone says quit pointing the finger at everybody else and maybe start pointing the finger at your own party. Okay. Oh, wait a second. Now, see, that right there gets my attention. Joker. Come on up here, Joker. Oh, yeah. Okay. Somebody else said birds aren't real. Come on up here. Birds aren't real. You say that you are a Trump supporter. Oh, well, send a guest request because I can't invite you, right? All right. Here we go. All right. Let's see. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you want to come up here and address what's going on in this country. All right. You know where I stand with you Trump supporters. We're heading towards a 1929 style depression, one like we've never seen before. All right. Congratulations. All right. You voted for Donald Trump. Marvin, I invited you up here, Marvin. Let's not play games anymore, all right? If you're going to come up here, come on up here. If not, then do me a huge favor. Sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast. A lot of you Trump supporters, you don't know it. Or, no. I'll say it this way. We know why you didn't vote for Kamala Harris. Misogyny, racism, period. But a lot of you are too afraid to admit it. Every single one of you Trump supporters, you're too scared to admit that's what it is. And you want to try to send us on these wild goose hunts. Oh, it's the economy. It's the eggs. No, it's not.
What's
Joker.
up, man?
What's going on?
Not much. I didn't vote for anybody, just to be honest. I just don't know why everybody banters back and forth. It's already done and over with. Just see what the next 4 years brings, just like everybody did with Biden. There is no difference there.
So you are neutral.
Yeah, I just want my country to prosper. And if it doesn't happen this time, maybe it'll happen in the next 4 years.
Well, I don't know if I can talk to anyone that's neutral. All right, but
I get that, bro.
Yeah,
I really do, because you make good points, and then other people make good points.
What are some of the other? What did the other guests make in terms of good points? Because I think you heard the previous guest, right?
No, the previous guest was a dumbass, honestly. I mean, I didn't even know what half the shit that guy was even talking
keep it
about.
clean, keep it clean, all right? And what I'll do is, I got to keep the show clean. I mean, I want the truth to get out there. But let's just be honest. Let's just be honest, Joker, all right?
I mean, would I have voted
Let's just be honest.
Not.
Okay,
would I have voted for Kamala Harris? Probably not.
Oh, okay. Well, let me ask you a couple of questions.
Go ahead.
Was January 6th, who was responsible for that?
That's a tough one. I would say, yeah, Donald Trump probably had a little bit involved in that, but so did the people that went there. Everybody has a choice in this world. Everybody does. I mean, they could have chose to be like, oh, yeah, no, we're not going to do something stupid like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's everybody's own personal choice. Do I think Trump should have said what he said?
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask another question. Do you think President Biden is guilty of any crimes?
No, I think he's guilty of not stepping down when he should have.
If
that makes sense.
Well, wait a minute. So you can be guilty of not stepping down? He's just got to be guilty of something, huh?
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he wasn't mentally fit anymore to run the country, and he should have passed it on to his successor, which would have been Kamala. If I'm saying her name right. Sorry, I don't pronounce names very well.
Kamala,
okay.
What part of the country do you reside in, if you don't mind? You don't got to give me the exact area.
I reside in Washington, bro. Okay. Washington State, not like Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay. Well, you come across, I'm going to say this. You got to pick a side out here, all right? You gotta pick a side, because if you haven't been paying attention, this country is more divided than ever, right?
Oh, I agree with you.
And who would you say is the most? Who would you say is the most divisive president you've seen in your lifetime?
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton.
Yep. And I don't care how dirty people think he is. I don't care if he got his little junk sucked up at a podium or he was messing around with girls. But when he was in president, everything was running smoothly.
No, I said, who's the most divisive president?
Oh,
Lord have mercy. Joker, you are a joker. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to move on. Joker, I think something's going on with you, bro. And you come across like you got the MAGA demon. Your answers, if they're not really supporting Donald Trump, you got to be real laser focused and be able to get it off real fast. All right. So, Joker, what I'll do is maybe there's a little MAGA demon in you. This will help get rid of it. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Let's warm it up and purge that MAGA demon out of the Joker. All right. Let's go.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, let's just make sure we're all on the same page. Who is the most divisive president of our lifetime? Please put the answer in the chat so that this could be understood and we never have to revisit that answer again. Who's the most divisive president ever, ladies and gentlemen? All right, you see that? Donald Trump. There you go. You see that, ladies and gentlemen? Look at all these people in the chat. That's what we do over here, ladies and gentlemen. We tell the truth. If you said Donald Trump, all right, you get a round of applause. Over 100 of you said Donald Trump. Thank you. I said of our lifetime, all right? And again, someone put in there, bummer. Wait a second. Pac Mom, if you don't mind, Pac Mom, could you please come up here? I'm curious about why you would say that. Seriously. You're currently benefiting from a lot of things Obama and Joe Biden did. All right. And you probably don't even realize it. And what I don't want to do is allow you to go another year being uninformed. At least get in the box and explain why you still believe this. All right, we have Gregory Jones. Gregory, you can't send me a guest request. Go ahead, send me a guest request. I'll bring you right up. All right. Let me see what I got in the box, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let me go. Move the tuxedo cat. Welcome to the show, brother. How are you doing? And
What's going on, man?
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. All right.
Happy New Year, man.
Same
Hope you had a good one.
I did. Until I turned on the news and saw this country is going down it's going in the wrong direction as Trump becomes the next president.
Yeah, I mean, Elon's the next president. It's not Trump, man, right? So the thing is these people, these MAGA people are not part of the party, man. And I've been trying to tell you guys this, dude. Elon Musk said it right on Twitter. You guys are not the people he's looking for jobs. You're not the people he's trying to bring along into the future. You're the people that he thinks very lowly of. He thinks you're idiots because you don't make semiconductors. You don't know how to prompt AI. You are not with the latest technologies that Elon Musk is making his money from. He doesn't care about your drill, baby, drill. He cares about the companies like Helion that are making a fusion reactor so that he can power his large language models that are going to dominate the industry, right? You people have no idea, man. Google just made the first stable quantum chip that you can do quantum calculations with. They're talking about this thing obtains information possibly from alternate dimensions when it's doing its calculations. You fuckers are talking about... Sorry, I apologize.
Keep it going.
My bad mouth.
I got you.
Sorry about that. You're talking about securing the border. What happens when we start delving into quantum calculations, alternate dimensions? We need to start talking about how you now have an AI that's smarter than a stem cell graduate, right?
Alter ego. Let's go.
Yeah. And you have Donald Trump in office while all this is happening. You literally, if you were president right now, you would have the chance to be one of the greatest presidents during one of the most important technological revolutions the world has ever seen. And you're sitting there talking about drill, baby, drill. You're a bunch of ridiculous people, man. You really are.
So are you trying to say something along the lines that these Trump supporters, they're not as bright as Elon needs them to be, and that's why they won't get those jobs?
You're not on board for the party, my guys. You're truck drivers. Elon is spending billions to replace you with robots and automated driving. You're car manufacturers, right? You work in the warehouses. All of these jobs, the people you're riding with, are spending billions right now to replace you. NVIDIA already has the infrastructure to train these robots in a virtual environment to do your job so that when they get to your factory to replace you, they're ready to go.
Moon, listen, I hear what you're saying, but there are immigrants invading our country and they're taking my job. So could you speak on that? All right, because I know what you're saying about Elon and Optimus, the robot he made, because there's a lot of those. But what about these immigrants who are robbing Americans blind?
Yeah, I mean, so the jobs that you're talking about, right? The Americans aren't involved in that because you couldn't persuade an American to pick fruit in this country to save their own lives. And that's what's going to be needed, right? Because they're going to round up all the immigrants. So the Americans are going to have to pick the fruit to save their own lives. They still won't do it. And you'll have food shortages, supply shortages, and whatnot. But it doesn't matter what your job is. You're going to be replaced. It's going to happen. And you're rolling with the guy who's doing it to you.
Wow. So is there any hope that I could actually be successful in these kind of conditions, because listen, I barely graduated high school and I'm living in my grandmother's basement, and Trump just promised me all these things, and so I just want to make sure I'm prepared.
So hypothetically, if you're that person, you better pray for a universal basic income. Because you're not going to be able to compete with a robot that can move faster than you, is vastly smarter than you, doesn't get sick, doesn't want vacation time, doesn't need health insurance. I mean, this stuff is not 20 years away, folks. You're talking within the next 5 years, you're probably going to see about 15 to 20% of jobs go away. That's a lot of jobs.
Wow. Well, it's like I said, Moo, to a lot of these Trump supporters, you won't be woke, but you will be broke kind of thing, right? A lot of you Trump supporters, you're going to be broke.
You guys aren't, so first of all, you're anti-intellectual. You don't understand these AIs and the technology that's coming out, and you don't want to bother to use it. Most of you can barely use your smartphone. You're going to be the people that are left behind. When grandma couldn't switch from the typewriter to the computer, that's going to be you guys. And it's not within the next 10 years. We're talking by 2030. Most of you aren't going to have a job, and you're not going to know what to do with this tech that's coming out.
You hear this, you Trump supporters, while you're sitting here smelling Donald Trump's dirty diaper and sending him all your money, you're heading towards poverty that you've never experienced, all right? And you think you've been living harshly under President Biden? You guys need to wake up.
I can tell you right now, your labor is all you have to bargain with, MAGA. Your labor is becoming steadily less and less valuable. We're not going to need welders. We're not going to need truck drivers. We're not going to need you warehouse workers. You're all going to be replaced. And that's it.
And that's rightfully so. And then guess what? You'll probably be applying for asylum in perhaps another country, right? Maybe Russia, maybe North Korea, maybe China, because they might need you over there. But over here, we don't have any use for you, especially those of you who are traitors to this country.
I mean, so the thing is, man, I've tried to tell these guys to set up universal health care, a universal basic income system, to put proper social safety nets in place. For instance, when someone loses their job due to automation, that company should be taxed at the same rate it took to pay that person. And then you should contribute that to a fund to help middle-class Americans who lose their job to automation. These people aren't concerned about that. They'll get all pissy about FEMA, pretend outrage, right? Fake outrage. But when it comes to really putting Americans first, for a crisis that's underway right now, they don't care.
Amen, amen. Well, listen, Brother Moo, as always, it's a pleasure to have you come up here and really drill the way that you do, all right? Because a lot of these Trump supporters right now, they're terrified about what you said, but no lies detected, all right?
Yeah, man. They should be scared. You have a good one, though, Zeus.
All right. W in the chat for Moo, ladies and gentlemen. No lies detected. W, Cabria, I appreciate you. All right, keep on supporting these guests when they get up here and they share the truth out the way that they do. All right, do we have any more Trump supporters out there that want to come up here and defend Donald Trump at this point? Because you all see what's happening. The Trump administration. It's looking very, very weak. If you look at what's happening right now, you're divided over immigration. You're deporting the people you need and bringing in the people that are actually making more than you. All right. Does that make sense, you Trump supporters? Congratulations. Let me break that down for you. So you need these folks who are here that, you're saying came in through the southern border. They're doing our agricultural work. They're doing a lot of the labor intensive work, like construction, right? And a lot of you run your businesses and you utilize these people, but you want to get rid of those, right? And then Elon says, y'all better fall in line and let me bring in these folks on that H-1B visa and pay them thousands and thousands of dollars a month. And you're letting that happen. Do you see what's going on, MAGA? Congratulations, you played yourself. W in the chat for Shay. And this is the hypocrisy that we see going on, and you all pretend like we don't see it, but we see it. We see you all day in and day out being a bunch of hypocrites. Oh, you have a problem with corruption. How many of you Trump supporters have a problem with corruption? So proud of my president. Can't wait. Patty, knock it off. Come on up here, Patty, if you don't mind. Come on up here, Patty. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? None of them, Zeus. I agree. Press Secretary Trump is owned by President Musk. Yeah, Trump won. Yeah, Patty, come on up here, Patty. I know you ain't proud of Donald Trump. I know you're not proud of Donald Trump. Let me see who we got in the chat real quick, all right? Democrats are so corrupt. Ooh, yeah, thank you, little hawk. Hey, Patty, in case you didn't know, what I do on my show is if I invite you up because you've been saying ridiculous things in the chat, if I invite you up and you don't come up, my moderators, they'll put you in a straitjacket, all right? Because you could be a Russian bot, and we don't want that over here. And we don't want you in the chat polluting it and lying to people, all right? So again, if I invite you up here, you know what to do. Accept the guest request and be prepared to explain why you made whatever statement you made. You just can't go around and repeat lies and think people aren't listening and paying attention to you. All right? All right, so put a one in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you believe that you can actually have a serious conversation about what's in store. Yeah. Who to get? What if Donald Trump is the Trojan horse for the? Yeah, he could be. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, come on up, Patty. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for tapping the screen and sharing the live. All right. What we're doing, ladies and gentlemen, is we're getting to the bottom of what's really causing these Trump supporters to do things that everyone else knows makes absolutely no sense. And I see a lot of you are triggered this morning. All right, especially you, Patty. Patty, maybe you didn't hear us at the top of the show.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
You hear that, you Trump supporters? Michael, I brought you up. Michael, but you don't want to get in the box and talk. So, mods, you know what to do with this this deranged, MAGA-possessed demon, all right? Let's bring up the next guest, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we're on a steamrolling tour right now. Good morning, Attacking.
Good morning. This is a new account. I just want to make sure that you knew this.
Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and give it a follow. What happened to your other one?
Oh, no, I just made a new one.
Okay.
I said January 1st, I'm going to make a new account, start out the new year with a new account, just in case TikTok does stay.
Yep.
Viable. But, the thing is, Trump is already again boasting or not boasting, but complaining about the border. He's done nothing but lie about everything, and he just keeps on pushing the same manipulation towards his people.
Yeah.
America's horrible. America's horrible. I can only fix it. Put me in as the president. But the thing is this, just like last time, he's not going to fix anything. He didn't fix anything the first time. He's the bull in the China store.
Yeah.
He's breaking this stuff and says, hey, I can fix this. But what he doesn't have, Zeus?
What's that?
Super glue. He can't fix it. He can't put the stuff together that he's breaking. He's gonna break the ACA.
Yeah.
He's gonna break the veterans health care. He's going to break a lot of stuff, and then we're going to be in a hole again. So right now, the Dow is up, okay?
Yeah.
$150, whatever it might be. But the thing is this. Steve Rapkin, or whatever his name is on Morning Joe, he showed the figures. In regards to the stock with Trump and Biden, same percentages of growth under both.
Wow, really?
Yeah, they're pretty much. And he did a great job, Joe Biden did, and the people just don't like it.
Congratulations, Joe Biden. Well, listen, Attacking, you got a few seconds on you, a few minutes on you. I got somebody in the chat. Juan, let me figure out where Juan is at, and then we can get to business, all right? Juan, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. How about you this morning?
I'm all right. So you voted for Donald Trump?
Yeah. Third time voting for Donald Trump. A lot of people,
wait. Are you driving right now? I don't want to do that. It sounds like you're driving.
I currently am, man.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop that, bro. But listen, when you park, Juan, you come on back. That way we get your undivided attention. All right, because we were really about to help you get wherever you were going. All right, Attacking. Yeah, he said he voted for him the third time. Could you speak to Juan Attacking about why he's in a very terrible situation? And by the way, from what I understand, Juan, with a name like that, you definitely you're Hispanic, right? Your heritage is Hispanic. So what can we say about that, Attacking? Attacking, are you there?
Yeah, I turned my mic off for one, so I apologize.
Yeah.
The thing is this. You and I have said this. Donald Trump has planted the seed of doubt from 2015 to today.
Mm-hmm.
That is how he has manipulated his followers. Don't believe what you see and hear, only believe what I say. Donald Trump has said that. He has said that if you repeat a lie long enough and often enough, they're going to start believing the lie. And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
So all these people, because they haven't personally been harmed by any of the things that Donald Trump has done because of the safety levers.
Yeah.
Donald Trump right now could do more harm because of the Supreme Court saying that he can do certain things as long as it's under a presidential action, so he can do it, have a cover.
Yeah.
And with the people being put in place, 13 or 15 now billionaires in his administration in one way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So draining the swamp didn't happen. And Donald Trump, until they personally get hurt, they're not going to care. But once they do, that's when they're going to say, oopsie, I messed up.
Yeah. You hear this? You hear this, Ken? You hear this, Juan? Juan, when you park, send a guest request up, and I'll bring you back up and help you see the light, all right? What we're trying to do, again, with all of you Trump supporters is help you to understand you're confused, we're not.
Okay, and by the way, on this account here, I just put up 2 videos of Mr. Global. If you guys want to understand the oil and gas industry in regards to what Trump had $2 gas, go listen to those 2 videos. Mr. Global is an independent. He doesn't like Biden. He doesn't like Trump. He tells it like it is. 2 videos are pinned to this page. Go listen to it. Spend 5 minutes and listen to what he says. I'll turn my mic off.
All right. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go check out Attacking's video to get the truth. Ken, good morning. How are you?
Morning.
Hey, all right. What part of the country are you in?
I'm in Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit, all right. So did you vote for Donald Trump? Shout out to Detroit.
Yeah, I voted for him all 3 times. Proudly.
Okay. Now, I saw you write in the comment, you just think we were blabbing a lot over here? Or
yeah, there's no substance. How much more do y'all have to realize? You just lost the House, the Senate, and the White House, and you're still crying. How about some of y'all don't realize you calling us racist and retarded and stupid?
Well, don't say that word on TikTok.
That's the reason.
You can't use that word on TikTok, all right? I get you're not learned well. You haven't learned very well, all right? So let's not use those slurs. All right, Ken? I hit the unmute. Now let's get back to what you're saying.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we're trying not to get the live taken down.
All
it's
right,
not
my
so
bad.
much.
See, I'm a free speech guy. There shouldn't be any word that's blocked or not shouldn't be able.
This isn't your platform. This isn't your platform. It's TikTok.
I get it. I get it. But all I've heard since Donald Trump is Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that. Don't you think that's why the American people voted
Ken, let
for
me
him?
ask you a question. Did Donald Trump assault a woman, yes or no?
How? Give me details of what assault you're talking about.
With his fingers going into her crevices without permission.
All right, so I'm a 49-year-old man, and I'm good enough to realize that why don't we bash the groupies that
there we go.
Wait.
No.
What is
You're pivoting.
Let me talk.
Do not pivot from my question.
No, I'm not pivoting. What I'm saying is, what state did he get convicted in, by the way?
New York.
New York, correct? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, see, there you
haven't
go.
we seen enough sham trials out of New York?
So
it is a sham. Brother, if it wasn't a sham, he would not have been president of the United States.
So his first wife.
So
Ivana,
did Joe Biden take money from Ukraine and China?
Okay.
Oh, so you can't handle it.
Hold on.
You can't handle it when people give you back. Why we voted?
Hold on. Ken.
It's like the Hunter laptop was fake, right?
Ken, I don't want to have to mute you, bro, but I got to. We're not even having a conversation. It's just who can yell the most. You already know we don't buy anything you're selling, Ken, so you don't gotta yell. Just say what you're trying to say, and then hopefully we can actually follow what you're trying to say and then get you to where you need to be. So let's try this again, Ken. Please hit unmute. I'm a fair host. I'm one of the fairest hosts you'll ever, especially
I agree.
I'm a Democrat. Thank you. Okay, so again, we all don't belong. We're not buying what you're selling, but please keep on.
And I'm not buying what you're selling. So
No.
it is what it is.
But at least you should be able to agree on facts.
No, I can't when your philosophies are all screwed up. Prior to Donald Trump coming down the Escalade, he was loved by everyone. He's in over 200 rap songs. Shut up. He was in over 200.
Come on, now you didn't have to say that.
Okay, my bad.
I don't want. I don't.
200 rap songs. He was all over the movies. He was loved by everyone. He got an award with Muhammad Ali, Rosa Parks. He got all kinds of things.
He doesn't know about the award.
Oh yeah. But there's only pictures of him standing there with Muhammad Ali.
You don't know about the award.
Stop. You sound like you don't know what you're talking about.
Your mouth is going and you can't hear. Did Donald Trump?
Because you're babbling. You're saying the same thing.
See,
Trump is racist. Trump is bad.
Ken, you're not buying what we're selling, all right? And we're not buying what you're selling, but you still should be able to talk. All right.
Okay, I am talking. I'm a crane operator steel mill. I'm trying to get through this so I can go back to work.
Okay, well,
you know what I mean?
We'll finish this up. We'll give you about 5 more minutes, but
the thing is this, Ken. To have a conversation, you have to be quiet to hear what people are saying.
Okay, so what are you trying to say?
As I'm talking again, your mouth is going instead of listening. I haven't completed my sentence, so don't interrupt. Have some politeness and decorum. Donald Trump's first wife, Ivana, said that he raped her in the divorce papers. You calling her a liar, yes or no? I don't want a dissertation. I want a yes or no.
Yes, I'm calling that. I've never heard of that.
There you go.
Okay. Now, hold on. Now, Ken, that's out there and it's public information. It's not attacking, making it up.
Okay.
I'm not telling you to.
Nasty divorce those two went through, wasn't it? It was public.
It's in the divorce documents.
So why wasn't he convicted of that?
It's in the divorce documents.
Oh, was he ever convicted of it?
No, he was not.
Okay, so there's no crime because
no. But the thing
A woman can say anything in a divorce, my friend.
You don't even take the woman's comment about it as being real.
No, because look what state and look at all the attacks that have happened to him.
The thing is,
two fake impeachments that cost us millions of dollars.
So it's because it's the state. So it's because it's the state.
Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Look how liberal those politicians are here.
Okay, Ken, I brought up another person.
I don't care if I sound misogynist. Men built this world.
Ken,
you don't sound it. Your page looks
Good. I'm an alpha male. I'm a football coach, a crane operator, ex-Navy.
There it is, an alpha male.
I don't care. Men built this world.
I bet you're divorced,
sweetheart.
I bet. Don't call me sweetheart.
Okay, baby girl. Men built this world.
Baby girl.
Men built this internet you're using. Men built this phone you're using. Don't do that. Don't act like that when women only get HR jobs.
Ken, can I ask you a question? Ken, can I ask you an honest question? But weren't you born from a woman though?
Oh, absolutely, I was.
Okay, then. So what point are you trying to make?
No, but she came in here calling me a misogynist. You don't know who the hell I am.
Ken's a Christian as well. No, I went and saw your page. I do those.
Honey, Christians ended evil in 3 crusades in this world.
Okay, listen here, Cupcake.
Know your respect.
They called him Cupcake.
Hey, Cupcake. You want to call me those names? I can play this game with you all day long.
I can't do sweet tits.
Wait a second, Ken.
You want to go there?
Ken,
she wants to go there. She wants to play these dumb games.
Ken, can you act like a man and be?
Well, I am, but she came in here firing misogynist and all this other stuff.
Who do you think should do the dishes?
There you go.
But
I'm supposed to turn it back, right?
Ken, you turn it back. Ken, you're supposed to be, brother. Ken, you're supposed to be too tall to act small. Now stop it.
No, I get you.
He's also a Christian.
Hold on. At the same time, we have been quiet for too long. We've let these crazy loonies talk.
He means women.
Call everybody crazy names. confounded the adults in the
Sir,
room
you're
got
the
up
only
and
one
voted
acting
and
crazy.
put you
You're
out in a
yelling,
landslide.
you're
The
yelling,
House, the
screaming.
Senate, and the
Sir,
White House.
calm down.
Sorry, I
Calm
work in
down.
Hold on,
steel mill. It's loud.
time out. Ken also has Angela. I don't know if you said it yet, but he also has a little video or picture of Michelle Obama and
Yes,
Obama
I
lying in
saw it.
bed.
Yes, you
and
like that?
He calls Michelle
No.
Obama a man.
Well, listen.
Hold on, Ken. I gotta let the audience.
Hey. Listen,
Do
you
you go to
want
church
to
on
sell me
Sunday?
on the Obamas,
Do you go
brother.
to church
The
on Sunday
Obamas
and
were
then think,
murderers.
do you
I
ever
ain't
stop
trying to hear
talking?
it. The Obamas,
Do you go
brother.
to church
The
on Sunday
Obamas
and
were
then think,
murderers.
do you
I
ever
ain't
stop
trying to hear
talking?
it.
Do you
Ken.
ever stop talking? You gotta settle down. How's your blood pressure? Listen,
Oh, my
do
blood
you go to
pressure's great.
church
I
on
am in great
Sundays and then
shape.
think you can treat people like crap the rest of the
No,
week?
actually, I don't.
Well, in your bio it says you're a Christian.
Oh,
You're
I
not
might be a
acting very
Christian, so I
Christian.
have to go into a church
You're
to be
not
a Christian?
This is not acting Christian-like,
No, I'm
sir.
just not going to listen to someone that comes into this and calls me a misogynist first thing out of
Because
her
you
mouth.
are, sir. I saw your page.
No, see, there you go, judge me again.
I saw your page.
You don't
Go
know
look
me
at
for nothing,
mine.
lady.
Ken.
You
Oh,
don't know me
goodness.
for
Ken,
shit.
keep
I'm
it.
the officer of this country half my life, so you can talk
You
that
just
way.
don't like a woman standing up to you. That's what your
No,
problem
you're not
is.
standing
You
up to
don't think
nothing.
that
You're not
she's
standing up to
leading.
nothing.
Ken,
Hold on.
I'll
Little
give you three
boy.
options, Ken. Are you a racist, a misogynist, or a homophobe?
Both. Three.
All three.
All three.
Ken, again, we can't hear when you're just trying to do the steamroller.
I got you, brother. I got you.
I've spoken to
apologize.
I've spoken to a lot of MAGA demons, and in some cases, ultimate MAGA.
See,
right?
there you go. I'm not calling y'all snowflakes anymore. You want to call me a MAGA demon. So 80-something million people are demons in this
Well, an
country?
alpha male should be able to handle
Well, it was
that. It doesn't
76,
seem like
not
he can
80. So
handle
you're
it.
just like
My bad,
done with math.
76. My bad, 76. I'm a couple off.
But
My
Ken,
bad.
Ken,
It was 49.9% of the voting population, so he didn't even get 50%, douchebag.
Ken, and the reason that I think Ange brought up something very serious, and I use the word demon very lightly around here, all right? But when you put on your profile, you believe in God and country, you put God before country, and I think you did that on purpose, correct? You did that on purpose, right, Ken? Or did you just copy and paste this and then just post it up there? It may not be his profile, right, Ange? He could have just bought it. You never know.
Oh, I guess he's
Well, I guess Ken, ladies and gentlemen, he decided he had to get back to work. I think his boss came and said, you need to get off of Zeus's live. All right. So, Ken, yeah, I did call you a demon because that's what happens, right? When you talk to us and we bring the truth. That MAGA demon, it surfaces. And so, Ken, I'm gonna help you get rid of the MAGA demon. And you called him Cupcake?
Well, yeah, because he called me a few other things, so I thought maybe he could handle it.
Well, do you think cupcakes, you put them in the oven, right, and let them cook? Is that what you, okay, you bake them?
That's exactly what I
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for having me.
Let's give him a round of music, Shane.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we just baked a cupcake on TikTok. Thank you, Ange. Thank you, Attacking. Ange, W Attacking in the chat. No lies detected. Ken, you said something along the lines of this is why the Democrats lost the election. No, I'm going to help you out. There are several factors that contributed towards the Democrats losing. All right. And it wasn't just one thing. Number one, Kamala didn't have enough time as far as I'm concerned. That was an issue. Number two, it was Biden's age. All right. Those are just two issues that I could think of on the Democrat side. But what was going on the right? You allowed Vladimir Putin's propaganda to manipulate all of you. Your hatred for the Democrats, that's really the issue. You allowed somebody you know was unfit to lie to you and bamboozle you into believing he was going to do things that we all know aren't going to happen. He's not going to lower your grocery prices. No. You fell for the Butler incident and your hearts went out and said, we got to vote for him. So it was a lot of things that they did to your MAGA minds. All right. Your MAGA thoughts got you where you're at. And then the last thing I'll bring up is President Elon Musk, or President-elect Elania Musk, as you all know. Without him, Donald Trump would have never stood a chance against Kamala Harris. Case closed, all right? So it wasn't, the identity politics. No, you can't say that, because we know you all are still playing identity politics, especially when you demonize these people at the border. All right, so let me go bring up the next panelist, ladies and gentlemen, because all we do is tell the truth and shame the devil. Welcome, Nutty. I'm all right. I'll be same to you, bro. Same to you.
Yeah, it seems like the closer we get to January 20th, the more the glitch starts glitching.
Yeah.
It seems like the closer we get. So just a couple of housekeeping things out the way right quick.
Fair enough.
This is now between this account and my Antifa account. This is my main account. My main account, Nutty Professor, has been permabanned. So
what?
And you know what? I take that. Now I truly take that as a badge of honor. Wow. Because MAGA glitched so much that they took that one down. So, but you know what, MAGA? You quieted me over there, but you're not going to silence me. So I'll just keep coming back. And the more you silence me on any platform, the harder I'm going to go.
Oh.
So y'all bring it. It's 2025, baby. Let's go.
W Nutty Professor in the chat. Please, MAGA. We're here to help you, MAGA. Don't do that. We're here to help you.
So what's interesting? So let's talk about this POTUS elect that really isn't the POTUS elect. We had a horrible start to 2025. You all know what's going on in New Orleans. And the man is literally on social media lying as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
He is a liar, and you all are still falling for it. He wants to use this tragedy, like he already won the election. So what more is he trying to gain from you maggots?
Yeah.
What more? He continues to lie to you because he wants to keep you angry. Now he's lying even more on the immigrants, saying that the more we let illegals in. This man was an American citizen. He was a U.S. veteran. Veteran. Fought in our armed forces.
Right.
Born right here in the United States of America. This was a homegrown terrorist.
Wow, you got it. You hear this, MAGA? But why do they keep deferring? Why does Trump keep going towards the border? What is that about?
Because he wants to keep them angry. He wants to keep the boogeyman boogieing. This is their only boogeyman, Zeus. It's the brown people coming from the southern border. That's the only thing that keeps them angry. It's the border. It's the border. Even though the border has been a problem for a half a century. It's the border. It's the border.
But weren't they arguing about the H-1B visa before all of this? Remember that? It's funny how the narrative has changed, right?
It's changing before their eyes, and now you're going to get people up here. You can be like, oh, we agree with the H-1B visa. That's what they're going to get up here and say. We want the brightest people. But no, y'all don't. Y'all don't want immigrants at all. Especially because, hey, Zeus, we do know that the holders of these visas, they don't have the skin color of an envelope.
Nope.
They don't have a skin color as an envelope. So it's not envelopian people. So now MAGA's really going to be triggered because it's still letting brown people in.
But wasn't that the big issue from the very beginning, right? We got to close the borders to stop letting brown people and people of color. But now they're okay with it. Now they're okay with it.
Won the election, and Elonia wants to. You know what? Who said it? I think Attacking said it. It was Moo. It was Moo that said it. Yeah. He's bringing in people that's going to help him become the all-time richest person in the world. See, he's not happy enough being the richest.
Linda, come up here. You said we're promoting racism, Linda.
Linda, you're correct. I am. I am. I'm promoting it.
Linda.
So come up here and let me tell you all about
it. Linda, that's wrong too, if you believe that, because that's not what we do. Now, Nutty can do that, but I don't think Nutty's really promoting racism. I think he's anti-racist, to be honest with you, Linda. So, if you don't mind, Linda, please explain to us how you came to that conclusion.
Before she does that, Zeus, can I get the niceties out the way?
Sure, you can.
So Linda, this is the only time I'm going to be nice to you for saying something so stupid. So I'll say this: Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. Now go.
And you know what? I'll decline at this point. For you to say nice and stupid in the same sentence doesn't show any promotion of goodness. Thank you.
First of all, I didn't say anything about stupid. So see you later. See you later.
There you
Karen.
go. Well, Linda, you didn't have to drop. All right. I mean, just get in the box and
because
say your piece.
She could not handle the truth, Zeus.
Well, I was listening for her to say what she believed to be the truth, but again, I guess Linda, I think you were just looking for a way out because you knew that you really didn't have a leg to stand on. Either you're racist or you're anti-racist, Linda. All right. So
what's funny? She said niceties and stupid. I didn't say anything about stupid. Did you say anything about stupid?
I didn't say anything about that. I barely got a word in.
I'm gonna say something that Forrest Gump said: "Stupid is, stupid does."
Oh my gosh! Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? That's the MAGA demon. In the Bible, it talked about what happens when the demons saw Jesus; they trembled, right? Something like that. I remember the story. Your mom made. Yeah. So the MAGA demon trembles when it comes into this live, ladies and gentlemen, because they know the truth is here. Let's go ahead and take care of Linda and send her straight to the lake of fire. She jumped in it herself. Let's give her a round of booze and shame. Let's warm it up. All right, Linda, this one is for you. Take care.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Yeah.
And I just got one more message for Miss Linda.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime y'all want to get up in this box and be a Carolyn Bryant, you better come prepared, because I will take down every Carolyn Bryant. And if you don't know who she is, go look her up.
Bingo. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. W's in the chat for Nutty Professor. He's come back a lot stronger. W's in the chat, Nutty. No lies detected.
Listen, I'll let you get on with the show, brother.
All right.
Happy New Year to you. Godspeed. And you've never said this on a live, so I don't know if you are or not, but how did you like those Detroit Lions handling those 49ers? I just love it.
Nutty, go on out of here. Nutty, going out of here. Again, you've done enough damage today. Seriously. If I were you, I would just go ahead and eat your breakfast or lunch wherever you're at and count just enjoy the rest of your day before it gets ugly over here. And I'd hate to have to do it. Do it.
No, all joking aside, Happy New Year to you. I hope this new year is the best of your life.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You're walking on eggshells, Nutty. I just wanted to let you know.
You know what? Crack those damn eggs then. Let's go. I love them screaming. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all have a great new year. Great to be in the kingdom. And y'all have a great day.
Fair enough. Ladies and gentlemen, W Nutty in the chat. All right. I mean, he has a sense of humor on him. All right. Linda, I mean, seriously, if you can't take a joke, Linda, perhaps you should get off of TikTok. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So listen, Happy New Year to each and every single one of you, except for those of you who are hell-bent on taking this country down a path of degradation. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat, and I will bring you right on up, all right? And we will help you see the light, so to speak, but you got to be willing, all right? Or you could send me a guest request. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see. Who do we got next? Who is this right here? I don't know who this is, but we'll hopefully get through it.
I'm not a Trump supporter. I requested when Ken was on here, acting like a man-child, embarrassing himself on live. But since this alpha male, he's obviously not in here. But he was just loud and wrong. That was embarrassing for everybody in here.
Well, he speaks for alpha men that support Trump. Is there something you want to say to all the alpha men that support Trump real quick? All right. You can go ahead.
All of the alpha men or male out here, they're just loud and wrong. And they need to be educated and all of the unemployed, uneducated old people in the comments that are seeing their way to the nursing homes, get off of the phone. get off of the phone. You can barely work a phone. What do you think that you're gonna work a robot? Like Elon Musk and Trump are teaming up to get that robot on you. Like, get off the phone. You can't work the phone, so why are you speaking on political views in the first place? Like, you can't. Like, why? If you can't, what do you call it? If you can't work a phone, why are you voting in the first place?
Amen. Amen.
And for somebody saying that I'm too what do you call it, young in the chat? Yeah, yeah, of course I'm young, but I still know what I'm talking about. Unlike you old people, like
okay. Well, listen, I
But that's
appreciate.
all I have to say. Bye, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you got the truth. You never know where the truth is going to come from. Thank you so much. Okay, don't worry, I got you. Okay, don't worry, I'll teach you how to use TikTok. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, you never know where the truth is going to come from. All right, but it's the Bible says something along the lines of the mouth of babes comes the truth. So it is what it is. Yes, we got to keep it clean over here, ladies and gentlemen. You never know who's tuning in and listening. All right, let's bring up our next panelist. Good morning, the beautiful Tiffany for the people. How are you?
Oh my God. Happy Zeus year. Happy New Year.
Thank you. That's a nice ring to it.
Doug Zeus. Okay. Remember Duck was in here earlier. Where did Doug go? Learning everything.
I remember that. Yes. So how have you been doing?
I've been okay. I'm a little under the weather, a little sniffly, congested. But I really, really wanted, hey everybody, but I really wanted to come on and get Ken. Ken, I want you to realize when you're in 4K on TikTok, we can see what you do, right? We can see the things you say. We can hear you. And also inch pinch for Ken. He's
an alpha male. I teach football. I'm harder than hard.
Inch pinch in the chat for Ken. Can we do that?
Yeah. Inch pinch.
You can't say things, and this is a problem. See, you can't say things like the R word.
Thank you.
No, you can't say certain things, right? And what I really want to do is find out who your employer is and let them know that you're being ableist and bigoted and misogynistic and saying horrible things in, kind of real time, right?
Yeah. But why do you think a lot of these people, because he tried to play it off and say, oh, I believe in free speech. Why do you think they try to, justify being terrible people using such ridiculous statements like that? Why do you think they do that?
Because the problem with people that are in the cult of MAGA is that they like to stand behind free speech and justify hate speech, which is something different. Now, yes, one could say you are entitled to say what you want to say, but that doesn't mean there's no ramifications for the things you say. And while on the job, too, exactly, nasty word.
Yeah.
So if something happens to follow you after we all saw what just happened, and free his children, and I hope he doesn't have a wife, but if he does have a wife, she probably voted for Trump too, and so you should go make him a sandwich, Mrs. Kim.
Oh, oh my gosh, that's harsh. It's harsh.
Was he part of the 70,000 men on Telegram trigger warning? Did you hear about that, Zeus?
What the 70,000 men? What happened on Telegram?
So 70,000 men were found on Telegram communicating with each other about how to cause harm and to plan being harmful toward their mothers, sisters, wives, daughters, children.
Really?
Disgusting, nasty work. Yeah.
This is what they live and do. This is what they do in their free time.
Mm-hmm.
And can you believe it? These men probably are married to women that voted for people to do this to them.
Well, and they're probably married to men that don't even care about their rights, right? But they lay up with them, and they tolerate their misogynistic ways and their bigoted ways, and they vote like them too because they have no way to think for themselves, and they vote like their wayward peen husbands. So.
She's not gaslighting. I don't think you're gaslighting. You're saying this has really happened, right?
Yeah, who's saying?
Yeah.
Who's this?
Somebody in there said the gaslight. No, we don't have to gaslight over here, ladies and gentlemen. What we do is we bring the truth. And a lot of you Trump supporters are in for a rude awakening.
FAFO. And what do you think about, what happened yesterday in New Orleans? Trump Tower, I'm not so much concerned about. Sorry, that's right. But just absolutely just nasty work.
Yeah.
And I believe that we're going to probably discover that the person that was involved in the tea attack was radicalized in some fashion, whether it was a MAGA, something else, what I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
I would say.
They're hanging out in these are some, they like to go, I saw one post, oh, this was a Democrat. You know they're trying to float that narrative out there. It was a Democrat, right? But you know what I say to that? How many times have you been on this app and you hear these people come up in the box and go, I used to be a Democrat, but then I voted for Trump. Have you heard that before?
Oh, yes. And who was it?
Thank you.
Really? The user guy that was spitting all over the screen? And I'm talking about, I used to be. Oh. And
it's always them.
Yeah. And then Biden got in office and all of a sudden he was poor. How does that work?
Bingo. I don't buy it. There's a lot of people out here who, quote, used to be a Democrat. All right. But then they go and do all the work for the devil, a.k.a. Donald Trump. You can do whatever you want. You can try to throw me off your digital trail by donating to Act Blue. But no, we can see right through that. Once the MAGA demon is in you, you're pretty much as good as gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just came up to say that, Zeus. Missed all you guys. I'll try to come on more often. Oh, I was on Michael Cohen's live briefly last night.
Oh, shout out to Michael Cohen. How did that go? I know it got pretty hot and dangerous over there.
He said, I said, I'm usually on Zeus's panel, and he said, because I told him I was in school for legal studies, and he said maybe you should be having your heads in the book, having your head in the books instead of being on your live. And I said, touche, my girl.
It's the Thunderdome over here. I get it. You never know where it's going to come from.
I said touche, but this is my family. I love this space.
Thank you. Well, we love you as well, all right? And we
guys have a good day. Happy New Year.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. W Tiffany in the chat. No lies detected. WJP Farms, all right. Appreciate you, bro. Long time no see. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, it's a show of force today. A lot of truth coming out of this platform, and a lot of MAGA demons are trembling right now because we have no reason to run. We have no reason to hide, and all we're going to do is tell the truth. And to those of you who are still triggered, you know what I got for you.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Yeah, so that goes out to all of these Trump supporters, especially the ones in my chat. They come in and they think, oh, well, because Donald Trump won, Zeus is supposed to be somewhere. No, you got it backwards. It's actually you that needs to leave this country, all right? You sit at home for 4 years straight, Rosa. You sat at home for 4 years straight while while Joe Biden and Kamala Harris fixed this country like it never had to be fixed before, all right? And y'all sat there and y'all watched Fox News and cried your eyes out. Oh, Joe Biden this. Oh, Joe Biden that. All right. You're so ungrateful. You're some of the most ungrateful, unpatriotic human beings that have ever existed on the face of the earth. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Seriously, Rosa. You have no room, no leg to stand on. Think about it. Where were you during the pandemic, Rosa, when Donald Trump robbed this country blind? You know how much he ran up our national debt? Lying to you. Oh, wouldn't it be great if we got along with Russia and sent them the pandemic equipment? All right. Oh, President Xi and I eating chocolate cake at Mar-a-Lago. We get along while Americans continue to lose their life as a result of his lies. Rosa. Someone says, oh, hold on. Biden and Kamala fixed the country. Oh, wait a minute. Who is this? Who's laughing? I got something for you. User, come on up here real quick. You said, you think it's funny? You think it's funny that we had to go through what we went through to get this country to where it's at? At least you still have a country right now. We wouldn't have a country if Donald Trump would have had a second term back to back. You saw where we were headed. And you got people like Rosa, people like Duck in the chat, continuing to wake up every day and smell Donald Trump's dirty diaper, you do it all for what? What do you get out of smelling his diaper? Nothing. Except for more humiliation. All right. Let me go to if you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right on up here real quick. I don't got all day to do this. Oh, there you go. Rosa, come on up here, Rosa. I'm going to send you a guest request, Rosa. And I really want to just speak to you human to human. Is that possible?
Definitely it's possible.
Yeah. So you voted for Trump, I suppose, correct?
Yep, both times. My last vote was Obama, and he disappointed me.
If you don't mind, could you not say anything like that again? I'm concerned.
You said to speak the truth. That was the truth from my point of view.
But here's the thing: we got these T attacks happening in the country, and there's right wing propaganda out there. Oh, he used to be a Democrat, or he is a Democrat.
They were allowed to come in through the border,
and that has been debunked. Number one,
debunked. Yeah,
okay. Debunked. I say debunked. All right, that's like
with them.
The person that did it was an American citizen born in Texas. Stop it.
Guess who coordinated with them?
You have intel?
No, it's just kind of.
Well, where did you get the intel from? Where did you get
distraction? It's a distraction again.
Who's doing the
That's
distracting?
What the Democrats are very good about, and you sit there and you condemn people for believing in what they believe. And let me tell you, honey, I'm not by myself in this. There's millions that are waking up. And I am not going to support someone like Miss Harris because I am from California and I was raised in Oakland, California.
Oh, no, you came from the town? Wait a second, man. You was out here.
92nd and Birch. 92nd
Whoa!
92nd and Birch.
Okay.
And I saw all the people there, and we continue to pay more taxes than the rich area because the Democrats continue to not take care of the city that they should be taking care of.
What year was you out here?
2.5% taxes.
What year was you out here, Rosa? Rosa, what year was you out?
I'm from 1972, honey.
Oh, Lord. Okay, 72. Jesus Christ. You know, there's a couple of points I want to bring up. Why do you...
You're not mad that they never took care of Oakland? You're not mad that they continue to depress Oakland? You're not mad that they continue to charge higher taxes in Oakland than they do in San Ramon, California?
Did I say that I'm not mad?
You have to leave the town in order to get better education because...
Wait a second. Now, Rosa, where are you at now?
I left to San Ramon to get a better education for my daughter.
So you're still in California?
Wait
a minute. So you're still in California?
Yes, of course I am.
And you're in San Ramon. So wait. So you're in San Ramon out in Contra Costa County, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. So you didn't leveled up. Wait a second. But you leveled up because San Ramon is a rich area.
Of course it is.
Oh, so you didn't came. So wait a second. So you didn't came out. So to speak. So wait a second. You didn't came up in California, and you living good.
There's a lot of people from Oakland that woke up and left.
No. You made it sound like. Wait a second. You made it sound like you left and went to a Republican state like Texas. No, you still out here in the Bay Area, and you leveled up.
Republican counties.
Yeah, you leveled up. You're in Contra Costa County. I know exactly where you're at. Listen, I know exactly where you're at.
Isn't 40% red in California?
Ma'am.
40% red.
Ma'am.
Why would I leave California when I love California, but the Democrats destroyed it?
Well, who's the governor? End of discussion. Thank you, Gavin Newsom. Thank you. So listen, Rosa.
Bought a $9.1 million house, but when most of us in California have to work 2 jobs.
Rosa, did you buy the house you live in San Ramon? Rosa, did you buy the house you live in San Ramon? How much did it cost?
House, California, by Tracy.
I know where that's at too. When did you buy that house?
And I had to give it up. You said
so you have multiple houses. So you have multiple.
I did
how many?
Not.
So you live in San Ramon? Are you renting?
Renting $4,600.
How much are you paying in rent a month in San Ramon?
$4,600.
Time out. Rosa.
7 days a week and my husband so that my daughter can have a better education and not continue to leave people in California. And
Rosa,
I do help people there still, and my mother still lives on 98th and Birch.
Rosa, whether you want to admit it or not, you're spending $4,000 plus a month in rent in San Ramon, California. You're not living in poverty.
No, I'm not.
Okay, because I know that area very. I know. No.
I just told you I work 2 jobs, 7 days a week, and so does my husband. And before that, I worked 3 jobs.
So your husband and you have multiple sources of income in California, and you're living in a rich neighborhood, but yet.
To get my kids a better education because
where are your kids going? Where are your kids going to school?
To suppress people in Oakland.
Are your kids in private
Where's
school?
The mayor in Oakland at now? Do you know?
Shang Dao? Her?
Did she get booted out?
Yeah, I know. Because that's what happens when there's corruption. But listen.
What about the one before that? I was there when Mayor Brown was there, and let me tell you, he was good. He did a good job.
Listen, Rosa.
That's why Miss Harris got to where she got.
Rosa, I don't want to have to mute you, Rosa. All right? Okay. Rosa, I don't want to have to mute you. But what? Are your kids in college?
2 of my kids went to college. One of them is an entrepreneur.
So they're in college. Are they in college here in California?
Well, my son finished his education, but he's continuing more, and my daughter is.
In California, did they go out of state or did they stay here?
They didn't go out of state.
So they went to a 4-year school like a UC, or they do that? Because you keep
UC Santa Barbara.
Okay. So listen. I mean, these are Rosa.
I'm not mad at you, I'm just mad at the people and everybody that judges without knowing the entire story, and we can't keep doing that to each other.
But Rosa,
be helping each other.
Rosa, you are a successful person.
Because I fought for it.
That's how this country works. Should people who are fighting and working be successful in your work? Should we just turn it around and say, here, you're going to give you millions of dollars to do absolutely nothing? It sounds to me like you're living the American dream.
But isn't that what Harris was pushing for? Equality? That everybody should be at the same level. Why?
No.
Just think about it. Because
no.
She was doing there was
she had an opportunity economy. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but in there,
equality, hon. You said we were being generous here. She called.
Yeah. We had an opportunity economy. So the key word in that is opportunity. I believe she was promoting the fact that everyone should be able to have access to the quote American dream. And you are a person that has directly benefited from that.
Not from what she did.
Not necessarily directly from what she did, but you're living in a Democrat. You're living in a Democrat state. You're living in a Democrat state, yes. And you're relatively successful.
A 60% Democrat state for now. Yes.
Whatever you want to do and however you want to color it. Yeah. And I'm listening to what you're saying. And I'm going, and all the issues that you have, you really know it doesn't start with the president of the United States. It has a lot to do with your state and local politics.
It has to do with
right. And Oakland in particular. Listen, in Oakland in particular.
It was my kids. That was my motivation. I didn't want them growing up in that.
And listen, Oakland in particular, you know the history. This is a city. This is.
And they're destroying it.
No.
Destroying it.
No.
You guys wake up and see that they're destroying it. It's been the Democrats since.
No.
Yes.
You know Oakland's history, and you know
that I heard someone specifically say they didn't care about the people when Romney was running. And he walked out of the room.
Rosa, what I'm trying to talk to you about is you're excusing the fact that you live in one of the wealthiest states in the union and that you're directly benefiting from it. You and your family. To
be where I am.
What kind of work do you do?
That away from me.
What kind of work do you do?
Okay, so let me tell you, I started working in the retail industry. So I worked at the Shoe Works in Alameda, Round Table in the Coliseum at Round Table part-time. Then I went to work for a store at East Mall. All the time.
Ma'am, today, where do you do? I don't need your resume.
Today I am, but I'm trying to show you that I had to work hard to get here because you're discrediting that.
But Rosa, everybody in this live works hard.
I'm a sourcing analyst. And I was a category manager for a corporation with only a high school degree because Republican people that ran that private sector gave me those opportunities too.
Are you, what was your ethnicity?
I am Mexican. Soy mexicana y nacida de Zamora, Michoacán.
Oh God, this is so painful. I don't get it.
And if
I don't, Rosa.
Go away.
Rosa, How did your family end up in the United States?
Years ago, my mother brought me here. Yeah.
From where?
From Mexico.
How did she get in here?
Through the border.
See? You see the issue?
There's no issue. She brought me to a country where she said that we should appreciate what this country gives us.
So your mama had sense. Your mama had sense.
And she worked hard, and she and my brother, who was incarcerated, specifically told me that the people I need to be voting for is Republicans.
Wait a second. Your brother, Rosa,
have been lying to us our entire life.
Rosa, your brother is incarcerated here in the States?
He was.
In the States?
He was.
So
not anymore. He got out of that. And he's in a better situation.
Okay, so let me go ahead and roll the dice. Tell me if I'm wrong. Your mother immigrated here.
Yeah.
Were you born here or not?
Of course not. I said I got here when I was born.
Okay. So you benefited from open borders to a certain degree.
No. We had to to bring us here, and because
you had to do what? You had to do what?
Because of Reagan and Bush.
Wait a second. You paid a coyote?
You need to know.
You paid a coyote.
To get through a Republican program and become a U.S. citizen.
Ma'am, you paid a coyote is what I heard you say.
I didn't.
Who did?
I was 4.
Who paid the coyote?
I was 4.
Okay, who did? Your parents?
It doesn't matter. There's a lot of stuff where she had to get money from. So
okay. That's what I meant when I said you benefited from the open border.
No, I didn't. I benefited from Reagan and Bush.
And then I get this. Let me pick up where Rosa, let me figure this.
Pelosi did nothing but turn me away when I went to talk to her and meet her.
Rosa,
and I only have ever seen the Republicans actually step up and do something.
Okay, but Rosa, let me just paint the picture the way I see it, right? So y'all came into the country, you paid some people to get in here. That to me, I have questions, but I'm just gonna say whatever on that. You get here, and from what I understand, no, Rosa, from what I understand, we get here, and then one of your family members, Rosa, come on now. One of your family members.
Hold on, don't go in
Rosa,
the direction
no.
It doesn't need to be.
We're not going to go there. But one of your family members. Rosa. Again, I'm just getting to know you and painting an understanding.
No, I'm telling your people down at the
Don't
bottom,
just ignore them. Just ignore them. Your brother then became one of the people Donald Trump is talking about doing mass deportations to, a criminal, correct? Well,
my brother was born in the United States.
Okay, but he was a criminal.
I was the oldest in my family.
You said he was a criminal at one point.
He, in Oakland, got into issues because of what your Democrats were doing back then.
So your brother became a criminal because of the Democrats. Wow, this is deep. This is a lot of brainwashing. I don't know what to say about
brainwashing. He fell into the hole. Poor me. I've been through this situation and I can't get out of it until he actually saw the opportunities that I created for my family because I was working out of it and I had to raise my brothers and sisters. Like I said, you don't know the whole story because my stepfather was abusive, okay? And there was so much more that I can tell you that I went through that I really don't care for other people to hear. You, I wouldn't mind by yourself. But we're in a place where there's a lot of audience, not by yourself.
Well, if you would just let me get through it, we wouldn't have to open up these doors. Because what I'm trying
to... Don't do me a favor. Don't assume. Ask me.
I've been asking you, and that's how we got here. That's how we got here. And I'm just trying to help you understand. Whether you believe it or not, you came into the country under questionable circumstances. And you chose, out of all the states, your mom actually... to live in California. And you know California has a lot of safety nets for people who are here, especially people who are here illegally or even questionably. So that's what and you could thank the Democrats. Thank you.
Reagan and Bush.
They didn't do any of these sanctuary cities. Stop it.
Stop
it. They didn't do any sanctuary cities.
Sanctuary cities do nothing
Rosa. So now you're here, and you know we have sanctuary cities. We have programs that actually help immigrants in this country. Actually, even allow you to go to our schools in some cases. All right. Yeah, thank you to Democrats. I live out here, Rosa. I understand what's going on. And so now that you've reaped the benefits of this, and I'm shortening the timeline because
any benefits from the Democrats, because all they ever did was lie. Pelosi was a liar. I went to her office to have her help with the situation in Oakland.
Jesus Christ, Rosa.
She was busy and had no time for us.
Rosa,
Obama
okay.
lied, and I voted
Rosa.
for him because I thought he was going to do differently. You keep saying that we changed.
I thought we were talking. Rosa, I thought we were.
Party is not what it used to be.
Rosa.
Years and years and years and years ago.
Rosa, I thought we were talking, and I'm getting to know you. All right. I'm not trying to make assumptions.
Thankful to the Democrats, and they did not work for me 3 jobs. They did not walk from East 14th and 14th Street all the way to Seminary in order to be able to obtain an office job, because I didn't have that opportunity in our schools. Because our schools never supplied what they were supposed to. They were pocketing the money.
Rosa, no one should be working for you. You're an adult. No one, I don't think Democrat or Republican. No, Rosa,
on my own.
Rosa.
To thank the Democrats.
Yes.
They deserve no thank you for my foot walking and labor.
So the Republicans do?
The Republicans are.
So wait a second. I'm just trying to.
Amnesty only is what I credit them for.
So let me get this straight. You owe your life to the Republicans. Is that where you're at right now? You owe your life to Republicans.
No, that's what you're saying. I owe my life to my mom and myself.
Okay,
so taught me how to work hard. And
no, Lord have mercy, Rosa. You know what this is? I'm gonna be honest with you. This is what I call. You're possessed with a maggot demon and you're blind. You don't even you don't even see how much of a hypocrite you look like. And this is the honest question, Rosa. This is the honest question. Rosa.
The votes on civil rights. Why did Kamala lie about bringing back AB when she was wrong, and she didn't even tell people about HR 4303?
I'm going to bring up somebody that I think may be able to help me talk to you, because this is getting ridiculous, Rosa. You're not listening to Zeus. Hi, Shay. How are you?
Hey, good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy New Year. Wow. You know, Rosa, I think and I hear you. My mother's from Mexico. When I listen to you, it's the narratives for me. I worked hard. I did the work. I walked. I got my job.
I did.
All of us did.
I did.
So, but it's the narrative that you guys, that you're pushing, that the Democrats sit there and say, we want to give you everything. And
I don't want anything given to me. That's what
I understand that. None of us do. Okay. None of us do. Okay. It's a narrative that you're running on. And what Zeus is trying to tell you is that your family benefited from Democratic policies in California to allow you to have a safe place.
We worked for
Rosa.
For asylum.
Only thing
or amnesty.
I had to mute her. All right, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry, Rosa.
Suppressing speech.
You're pushing. No, Rosa, you're pushing a narrative that you have been lied to yourself.
Rosa.
Yes, you've been lied to yourself.
Rosa.
If
Rosa.
you suppress my speech one more time, then there's no point for me to be here.
Rosa, are you there?
Of course I am.
You're not willing to listen, Rosa.
Why are you?
You guys are the ones that are lost, not us.
No, we're not lost.
Yes, you are, because the Democrats in a room specifically said they did not care about your health, and if you passed away when Rami was running.
Show us the clip. Play us the clip, Rosa. Play it.
I can try to find the person.
Okay. Now, when
Raleigh was running,
but they don't care.
Okay, Rosa. How about this? You go get the clip.
That are delusional, thinking that the Democrats care because they want to give everything for free, because they want to do this and they want to do.
You got any sources of that?
What?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
What are the sources? 43 HR 4303. Go look it up. It's in.
No, pull it up. Pull it up.
I'm on my phone. I can't pull it up. If you go.
Okay, what is it?
If HR 4303. Okay, I'm just a mom who raised my kids and worked.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't know all your political stuff, but I do know some things.
Okay, HR 4303.
That was a bill that was written and presented to help save ABs, and she ran on lying to women, saying they lost their rights, and didn't even say that this was in hand and started it before she got the votes from the women. How can I respect a woman who I know, because I was on the Brown Mayor's Commission, was starting her life in a direction where all she cared about was being moved up? As a senator, she didn't pass one single bill. She didn't know how to reach across the aisle. As a VP, she didn't even take care of the board.
Okay.
Yes, she didn't pass a bill.
God. She didn't pass one single bill. Do you know how our government works, lady?
Go look it up.
You know how our government works?
As a senator.
She's one of the 50 senators. She voted.
Rosa, I'm gonna, Rosa, I looked it up. And all I could see it was introduced. Kamala doesn't run Congress. Now, but wait. You want to say she lied? Rosa,
she was never gonna.
I gotta mute you. All right.
God, you are so lost.
Yeah, Rosa.
I said I was muted. My speech was suppressed. Best.
Well, then do what you got to do.
Baby, start crying now.
You got to do what you got to do, Rosa. But
honey, I don't
Rosa,
cry.
You're crying, sweetheart.
People like you.
Rosa, you got to do what you got to do. I don't want to say
Our
it.
government works, Rosa.
Unlike the Democratic liars.
Yeah,
Rosa,
you're not educated is the problem. You're not educated in how anything works.
See that right
Rosa,
now, they're trying to.
I'm glad your mother was able to bring you across the border, Rosa.
Yes, thank you.
I'm so
Rosa.
glad. I'm so glad. You benefited from this great country. Good job.
No, thank God for the Democrats, Rosa.
Thank God for the Democrats in California, honey.
Stand.
Rosa, if you
protected your mother.
Thank you. Lord have mercy. This is a MAGA demon on steroids.
Ooh. She's so lost in the soft cyber. It's insane to me, and it's really sad that she doesn't understand that it's the Democrats in California that protect her and would still protect her today.
Bingo.
Because she came across illegally.
Yeah, and her brother came in, and she said he was born here, but it doesn't matter at this point, and was committing crimes here in California, in Oakland, and you want to blame the Democrats, Rosa, while you're sitting on your high horse in San Ramon, paying $4,000+ a month in rent, living amongst the elites, Rosa? Have you lost your rabbit mind?
But she worked hard. Nobody gave her anything.
No, I don't buy it. I don't think she works hard at all. I think she's stealing and robbing just like everybody else. All right? Because I just don't buy it. You didn't come across as intelligent. You came across as demonic at best.
Yeah, if things are so bad, then as the right always tells us, we'll just move.
Bingo.
Just leave. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so silly. And it's ridiculous. She doesn't understand. She sat there and said that she didn't pass one bill. What are you talking about? She was a senator. She voted.
Yeah.
That's how you pass a bill.
Yeah. And she had a problem. She said she couldn't trust, I'm saying, you can trust Donald Trump all of a sudden, Rosa, and all of his lies. And I bet you Rosa believes she's a Christian somewhere, which is even worse. All right. Well, listen up, Rosa. I got to do this for you, Rosa. You're possessed with the MAGA demon, and it's clear you hate yourself. You hate where you came from. As a matter of fact, you're embarrassed. That's why you moved to San Ramon and left Oakland. Oakland is really too good for you as far as I'm concerned. You should have left and went to somewhere near the border. All right. So, Rosa, what I'll do is I'm going to warm up this lake of fire for you. All right. And I tried to have a civilized conversation with you, but you're too deep into the cult. I'm hoping that this fire purges the MAGA demon out of you. All right, Rosa? I love you, but you need to switch. And that's why they call you. Never mind. Let's give her a round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
See, the reason that I can actually listen to them talk like that, Shay, is because I automatically know where they're heading. I already know the lake of fire. They're going straight there. But, you know, it's always fun watching them trying to run and act like they're not going to get caught and sent there. They're going to get sent there. It's easy. All right.
Yeah, it is. And it's just, you know, she benefited. She named Reagan. You know, she must be a woman in her 60s, close to 70. So, she's happy that Reagan and Bush and all of that helped her with her illegal immigration stuff. So that's great. And that she fits into the narrative that we've been saying all along. You guys think that the border situation is all because the Democrats like illegal immigrants and all that. No, every single administration since Reagan has appreciated the idea of allowing labor to come across that border and put it to good use. And that just happens to be the case.
Yeah.
So you name 2 Republican presidents that helped you get here, quote unquote, what your side says, illegally. And yeah,
I've never heard anything like that.
Coyotes and all of that. And yeah, it's really interesting. I have friends that paid coyotes to get their maids over, and they're MAGA. It's just crazy to me. But you sit here and say that we are the ones that are caught up in the lies, that we are the ones that have been lied to and deceived. Meanwhile, you keep voting for a party that tells you that brown people bad, illegal border crossing bad. Meanwhile, they're the ones funding it.
Yeah.
They're the ones reaping from it. They're the ones turning down border bills because of it. They don't want it to be stopped, but they're going to sit there and say because the attacker in New Orleans is brown skinned that he's an illegal, including the guy you voted for who knew what the actual truth was because he was told what it was, that the man was born in Beaumont, Texas, grew up in Houston, and served in the Army. There's videos of him talking. You can tell he is a native born American. And this is what, and then there's this whole narrative that, obviously there's ISIS cells, that more of them have crossed over.
Yeah.
And that's had to be here, that it's not homegrown. No, it's called the internet. You don't have to have people from the Middle East in this country to create this issue. It's called the internet.
Yeah.
It's called fake news. It's called all this stuff that they follow, that they get radicalized. And
Bingo.
That's what's happened. And there was a guy, what was it that they found too? He went to the same army. He was in the same army unit as the attacker was. That
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Same situation. So there's definitely things going on within our own military.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, no, it's sad. But, this is the thing I was thinking about. None of this stuff was happening under Biden.
Nope.
I find it interesting that it's all coming because what's-his-face is getting inaugurated in 19 days.
Yep.
I mean, a Tesla in front of Trump Tower.
Congratulations, MAGA. You played yourself. Congratulations, MAGA.
That's a signal.
Yeah,
None of this has been happening under Biden. I mean, it's been fairly peaceful in this country.
Fred, we're not under Biden right now. Biden administration is dwindling down. This is all Trump and his incoming administration. We're in what we call the transition period, all right? So, Fred, knock it off.
Yeah, they're reacting to him coming in.
Yeah.
So,
And you
I think so.
Yeah. The relationship that he wants to militarize, or he wants to put our troops on the border, right? He wants to go after Greenland, right? He wants to get people worked up. Right, he wants to invade Mexico. I mean, so yeah, Panama. I mean, these are the things he's saying, which is triggering this kind of response. So if I were you, Trump supporters, I'd think twice about whether or not it was a good idea to vote for Donald Trump. All right.
Yeah, I didn't know we wanted an emperor who wants to go and gain all these territories in Canada and Greenland and Panama now. It's like, oh, so what are we, Napoleon wannabe? What's going on here?
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what America was about. That's fascinating to me.
Tell them, Shay. Well, listen, I appreciate you, Shay. All right, I got to move it up.
See you, my friend. It's
All
been
right.
a while.
W Shay in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. No lies detected. All right. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Trump supporters are still having a very, very difficult time facing the facts, facing the realities. And that previous guest, Rosa, the more that I think about you, ma'am, you got a serious case of Zeus derangement syndrome. You're gonna have to work on too, because I know you're gonna sit home tonight and you're gonna cry about what Shay and I did to you while you were up here. All right, we exposed you for what you are. Whether you believe it or not, Rosa, here's the deal. You are, when Trump gets in and they're going to do those mass deportations, I got some bad news for you, Rosa. you're definitely going to be a top priority because you got a lot going on with the coyote and your brother and the crime. I don't know how Tom Homan is going to overlook that. He's definitely at least going to have to show up and knock on your door and say, hey, why are you selling houses over here and living over there? But you did this. It's starting to look real suspicious. So, Rosa, if I were you, I would possibly consider reaching out to an attorney right now and knowing what your rights are. All right. W Zeus in the chat. Check with the attorneys. Make sure you know what your rights are because I've been watching videos too, and there's things that you should do and shouldn't do if you get end up in contact, right? You got to make sure you don't say things that you shouldn't say, and you might want to make sure you know where all of your you're right. What's going on? What is it you need to say today?
Can you hear me, bud?
Yeah. Did you vote for Trump?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you need to say real quick, all right? I don't like it when people just tell me what they need me to do for them like that.
Okay, do you see how Rosa just came out and started talking? Like all the stuff that she was saying?
Yeah.
See, my biggest problem with Trump, because I am Republican, but I couldn't bring myself to vote for Trump. And I feel like Trump did to the party exactly what Happy Gilmore did to golf. And now everybody feels like they belong in the country club when they actually don't. They use people's ignorance to get votes. The biggest thing about being a Republican is self-awareness and that you are where you are because of what you did. If you are somewhere, it's because you did it. If you didn't do something with your life, it's because you did it. So why are they trying to tell these people now that Hispanics are still in their jobs and this and that? They're taking responsibility away from them. They use their ignorance to get votes. Now, my biggest question is if Trump is the chosen one and he knows healthcare better than anybody else, and he knows this better than anybody else, and he can fix Obamacare, why did he win? Why did he win the election with the exact same promises that he made the very first time? Because if he was the chosen one, they would have already been fixed.
Thank you.
Thank
you. You're right.
He didn't fix it.
W Jimmy in the chat.
Okay, yeah. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen.
Oh,
the day of the inauguration, Trump went out there and he was already president. He wasn't worried about being president anymore because he was, people don't like me and it's fake news and fake this and fake that. So the entire time that he was president, he never did president. He was still running for candidate. He was still trying to convince people that people liked him and stuff. Trump has daddy issues, bro.
Wow.
All of this stuff that he's got going on about, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Absolutely none of it is going to get done. So I'm not worried about Trump doing anything because from day one, he's already attacking the media. He hasn't even started yet, and he's already attacking the media. Okay, now imagine, do you remember when we caught Osama bin Laden?
Yeah, under Obama. I remember that. That was real presidential stuff.
Okay. Do you remember how Obama knew about it but had to keep quiet? And he was at an event and could not say a word about it. If that had been Trump, Trump would have been on Twitter going, oh, I'm not going to say anything, but we got a surprise coming. Bye-bye, Obama. Boom, bombs over Baghdad.
Yeah.
Like, he is not qualified to be a president. Now, a long time ago, he decided to build a resort in Mexico. Something happened. They didn't allow him to do it. So he sued Mexico. Mexico never paid him the little $1 million or whatever that he won. That's his problem with Mexico. That is his problem with Mexico.
Oh, so it's not the border. It's not people coming in and stuff like that. It's
dude. I'm an immigrant. I'm an immigrant. I moved here in 1990 from Honduras.
Oh,
and I'm gonna tell you something.
Talk to him.
Since I moved
Rosa,
here,
listen up, Rosa.
Since I moved here, bro, for the last 30 years, I have ran Fortune 500 companies. I have employed thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And you
What?
have all of these people that we're trying to tee off, and everybody's got their trailer parks parked at the fucking country club.
Oh, well, keep it clean. We keep it clean now.
Sorry.
Tell. So you're basically telling Rosa she'll never ever be one of them.
No, never. Never. Dude, how can somebody whose mom crossed her over here to give her an example, like, how can she say people don't deserve that when if it wasn't for her mom, she wouldn't have what she has?
Bingo.
And not to mention, like, all of the companies, like 40-something% of Fortune 500 companies are owned by immigrants and their kids. The other 50-something% of all the businesses in America are owned by immigrants, and we employed billions and billions of people every freaking year. So all these people saying that we're taking jobs, how can I take a job that was never yours?
Ooh.
And all I'm saying is,
but do you feel bad that these people are like Rosa? She says she's working 2 to 3 jobs to live in these affluent areas.
Did she say he was?
Huh?
Did she say he was the land of opportunity? Do you really need to work 3 jobs? I mean, some people do. But I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I wholesale company, or I wholesale houses. I'm a professional drummer, and I run a food company.
Okay. So you doing your thing. You doing what you gotta do.
And you know what? Nobody ever came up to me and say, "Oh, like, this guy's doing a job. He's not doing very well about it." I have personally employed thousands and thousands and thousands of Republicans, and guess which ones have the most excuses for not working?
Who?
The Republicans.
Hey, the ones with the red hats on and this is America first kind of attitude.
They want everybody to give everything to them. They want everything handed to them.
Oh, socialism.
There was a guy.
They want socialism. Isn't that something?
And dude, I mean, seriously, like, if you're not in the top percent, why are you voting Republican? Like, that's just the dumbest thing in the world. You know, since I do real estate, as soon as Trump became president, I work out of Oklahoma. I live in Texas, but I live out of Oklahoma. The first thing the man did was change all of the real estate laws to benefit him, and it cost every single one of us money.
Wow.
Every single one of us.
Wow.
But I'm not worried about him. I don't think he's going to do anything. He's going to argue. He's going to tweet. He's going to talk about, oh, people like me. People like me. He's never going to stop running. He will not be president. He will never be the president because he's always going to be a candidate.
So, you know, a lot of people are saying they're going to feel a lot safer on January 20th because he's going to send out, 150 executive orders, something like that. You're saying that's just all for show. Because
okay, brother, the last time that he started, remember when he tried to ban all the Muslim flags?
Yeah, the travel ban. Yeah.
You remember that there was a girl that was an acting judge. He was an acting judge. She wasn't even a Supreme Court judge because the guy wasn't there. He was an acting judge who saw what Trump said, and said, you know, that's not a good idea. So an acting judge can turn that away from him. And the biggest thing that most people don't understand about presidents is that all they are is a mascot. That's all they are is a mascot. And the person that's going to be president, it's going to be the easiest one to control because all he is a puppet. Because people like Elon, the pharmaceutical companies, they want somebody that is that full of himself. Because it's so much easier to control. Think about it. I'm not going to get paid for it, but pat me on the back and tell me that you like me. That is an easy person to control.
Bingo. Well, listen up, Jimmy. I appreciate you, bro. All right. I've got to move it on. All right. But this was great perspective. And I know you woke a lot of people's game up with the truth that you've just shared this morning. You didn't have to, but you did it. All right. I appreciate it. And I do hopefully hear from you again. All right, brother. Come on back.
Thanks for your time, brother.
All right. Thank you for waiting. Ladies and gentlemen, W. Jimmy in the chat.
Happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year's to you as well. Yeah. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, it's a show of force out here, and we're getting to the bottom line. We're seeing the truth come in more ways than you can imagine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, at some point, you Trump supporters, y'all got to wake up and smell the coffee. W. Chris in the chat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, look at the time. Zeus does have to get up out of here. I'm so sorry, but I got to run. This has been one interesting show. If I didn't get to you today, don't worry. I'll get to you tomorrow, okay? This has been one heck of a show. Oh, my gosh. It started out very weird, but we've dealt with a lot of interesting personalities. And you know what? I can tell right now the Trump supporters are afraid and terrified right now. They know they made a huge mistake voting for Elon Musk to run this country. Someone who doesn't have really any experience working in government, someone who is actually paying for senators, paying for members of Congress, buying the president, talking to our adversaries on the phone like they're just regular friends. You Trump supporters realize now you've really stepped in it. Those grocery prices, they're not going down, they're going up. The border and all the so-called crime, that's not stopping, it's going up. At least had a chance with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, right? Unemployment going up. All right, and these terrorists, we didn't even get into the terrorists, but again, a lot of you Trump supporters, especially those of you on fixed incomes like Social Security, you know what you should do? Thank Joe Biden for the $2,000 cap, all right, on your medications at least. Outside of that, you're in for a world of hurt. All right, I want to give everyone who tuned in today a round of applause, especially all the subscribers, gifters, moderators, and panelists. Without you, this show wouldn't be possible. But I also need to give one last round of booze and shame, and this goes out to all the Zeus haters out there, and they know exactly who they are, all right? You get on TikTok day in and day out, and you promote misinformation and disinformation just like Rosa did, and just like User did, and Ken and all these other people. You're in a state of denial, and I'm not talking about the river in Africa, all right? I'm talking about where your minds are. You got Zeus derangement syndrome like we've never seen before, all right? And the only cure is for you to come to this show and get the MAGA demon purged out of you when I toss you into the lake of fire. Let's give them a huge round of booze and shame. W alter ego. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care and stay safe. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Thank you, Shay. I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of your morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back tomorrow. Best show on TikTok. Thank you. Cool as the days. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody got to do this work. W Heaven in the chat. W Shane. See, I gotta keep it clean. But Rosa, I must say, you blew my mind today with that ridiculous stuff you were talking about. I had to sit back and say, what? Your mama brought you to the United States. You living up here around all these affluent people. And you have the audacity to praise Donald Trump. Sick stuff. Cold as the days. Thank you. Let's connect the dots. Gonna be able to connect those dots. Let's go. Alter ego. W alter ego. Let's go. Cold as the day. Let's go, let's go. Let's connect the dots. Hey. Great time in the kingdom. Greg, I see you. get there. Don't worry. Let's go. Gotta be able to connect those dots. All right, PA, you're right. Hopefully. Y'all have a great rest of your morning. Y'all ready to do some drill? Y'all ready to do some drill, baby drill, real quick, and then get up out of here? Oh my gosh, look at the time.
Kamala Harris's war on Pennsylvania energy.
Y'all ready to do the drill, baby drill?
She's going to ban fracking, right? 100%.
100%.
She was against fracking, against all this stuff, and then all of a sudden, about a year and a half ago, when she was getting killed in the polls, she said, I like fracking very much. Look, they always go back to what they want. They always go back. She can't help it. She's a radical left Marxist. She can't help it. But we're going to end that, and we will frack, and drill, baby, drill. Drill, baby, drill.
We're going to be drilling so deep.
We're going to be, for these guys, we're going to drill. We're going to take out so much money. We're going to pay down our debt.
We are.
We're going to lower your taxes.
You're right.
Insane asylums.
W Terra.
You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Drill, baby, drill. We're going to frack. Drill, there's a black frack.
Hey!
Lots of bigger energy. Because you know she's going to pay. You know she's going to pay.
Right.
I put that she was against fracking, against all the stuff and then all the stuff and then all the stuff and then all the stuff.
Cabrera, wow. She said I like fracking very much. They always go
back to the
hey.
They always go back.
She can't help it. She's a radical left mark. Hey, let's go. We're gonna end that, and we will frack, and drill, baby, drill.
We're gonna drill, baby, drill. We're gonna be drill. We're gonna be for these.
Y'all better learn how to drill.
We're gonna take out
so much money. We're gonna pay down our debt. We're gonna lower your taxes. Curtis, where you at, Curtis? Go ahead, Curtis. They go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. Drill, baby, drill. We gonna frack. Hey! Woo! Y'all better hit that. Y'all better hit that. Oh my God. Like it's Hannibal Lecter. We're gonna drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter time.
Insane asylums. You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal Lecter.
They do.
Okay, they say, why would you mention Hannibal Lecter? We're gonna lower your taxes.
Lower those taxes.
Deep insane asylums.
You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. Hey! Lower your taxes. Deep insane asylum. You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. Drill, baby, drill. We're gonna be drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter time. We're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums. You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. You know what that means. Somebody got to do it, alright? J90, thank you. Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter time. How many of y'all want to go deep into the insane asylum? Hey! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, see you tomorrow. Same Zeus time, same Zeus channel. Stay safe out there. And don't do nothing I wouldn't do in these TikTok streets.